Sherman Barrington here with Barrington Real Estate. Today we are in Stoney Creek and we're visiting the Neon Crab. So we do have the owner, Will. He's going to be answering some questions and helping us learn a little bit about the business. Hey there, Will.
Hey.
All right, so let's get to it. First question is, please tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay. My business is the Neon Crab, and we are a tattoo and piercing studio that now spans 4 locations. We opened in 2008 in London, and now have locations in Sarnia, London, Strathroy, and Stoney Creek.
Nice, nice. Yeah. And tell me a little bit about you. You know, why did you decide to start into the business of tattooing? And tell me about why you started the business.
Yeah, that is a very long story. So, so I like to tell people that I am an artist first and tattooist second. So I have a background in commercial art, and I did that for a lot of years professionally, doing lots of big projects before switching over to tattooing. And what I love about switching from traditional digital graphic fine art into working with tattooing is the connection with the end user.
Oh, okay.
I'm a people person. I like people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, me too.
So it's really cool to have somebody come in and say, you know what, here's this story. I just ran my first 5K marathon and I completed it, and I want to have something on me that tells that story, that records that benchmark in my life, and it's cool to work with them to create that and make their ideas and their visions real. Yeah. Got
it. Yep. People person, same here.
Yeah.
Working people's great. Okay. Next question is, tell me a little bit about what customers really love about coming to the Neon Crab for their tattoos.
Well, we try to fight that old stigma that we are a bunch of bikers dealing coke out the back door. That is not us, okay? Not here.
Good.
I mean, certainly some of that kind of negative underbelly still exists. It's real, but it's dying, right? A lot of tattoo shops are more like us, where we're artists. In fact, a lot of the artists within our network have very traditional backgrounds and degrees in fine arts from Fanshawe and Sheridan and OCAD.
Nice.
And they're taking their talents and moving to tattooing as a way to make a living as an artist, a good living as an artist. And we do our best to recognize that we are here for the client. It's not about us. It's going on you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's personal. It's important for you. So we are here to be guides through that journey, right? We're welcoming and non-intimidating, and come and approach us, right? Even if you're nervous or scared or you don't know what the right question is to ask, that's fine. We will work with you. Yeah. So I think that people really respond to that,
Yeah, definitely. I think that's awesome because the tattoo business has sometimes been a little intimidating. So
yes.
It's great that you guys bring that kind of comfortability to people being able to get tattoos and ask all the questions.
Yeah, for sure. Like, people just don't even know where to start, So I can tell you the most common tattoo question we get is like, how much for a tattoo? Well, it's impossible to answer, right? That's like asking how much for a bag of groceries. But where a lot of people would get frustrated, we understand that most people, they don't understand the process. They don't know. This is often their first time. They're scared. They're nervous. I look to Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, there's a guy with charisma.
Yeah.
And
a lot. He's got a lot of charisma.
I saw an interview with him one time, and I became a really huge instant fan, more than I was, where they said, you're like older than most stones on the earth now, and here you are, year after year, going on tour, getting up on stage with that same energy and charisma, and doing the same old jumping jack flash and start me up and brown sugar. How can you stand it? And he said it's new for them. Right? It's old hat for me, and I've done it a million times, but it's new for them. They're coming to see this, and it's exciting for them. Why should I give them any less? And so I try to live by that philosophy, right? Like, this is our everyday, and it's, we know tattooing inside and out, but it's new for you. So we're going to treat every client like it's fresh and it's brand new and it's important. And I think that's what helps helps create that rapport with our clientele.
Awesome. Well, hey,
Yeah.
I love the mentality.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, Will, is
Yes.
about you. Tell me about your favorite tattoo that you have personally.
That I have?
And yeah, tell us the story behind it.
Oh boy. So I have so many good ones. My favorite's probably, I have a giant purple squid that goes from about here to here.
Okay.
That took about 20 hours to do.
Oh, wow.
And I complained literally the entire time. I don't recommend over the kneecap and on the shin. It's not fun.
All right, yeah, I'm taking.
But it's a super awesome tattoo, and it was actually a cover-up of a really bad tattoo that I had done when I was younger. When I was young and stupid and went to some guy's house, and I drew the design.
Okay.
Not what I ended up with, but because he was terrible. But I kind of had this notion that if I had a little bit of a tattoo that stuck down below my shorts, that would be an excuse to take off my pants to women who were curious. Okay, life didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
And the tattoo was horrible, so young and stupid, I've grown and matured a lot since then. And then, I lived with the terrible squid for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And eventually, I host a TV show.
Okay.
There's a lot of story to this. I host a TV show called Engaged in Ink that looks at tattoo culture. So every episode looks at something different. So, for example, we did an episode on the medical applications of tattooing, and we went to a cancer clinic to see how radiologists tattoo their patients to get treatment at the same spot.
Okay.
Right, to line that up. We did an episode on horror movies and how that influences tattoo art today. And like Elvira came on to talk about her Pin-Up Tuesdays that she does on social media. And lovely lady. So each episode's like that. And we did an episode on pain tolerance. And we were doing a streeter segment, which means we were in Ohio at the time, actually. And we were just talking to people walking by, being like, hey, do tattoos hurt or don't they hurt? What do you think, And the most common response we got was, oh, well, it's not as bad as waxing. Waxing is way worse. So we thought, well, what a fun idea if we could test that theory. And I got to be the guinea pig. So since I had this terrible squid tattoo, on camera, we lined up a segment where an esthetician waxed my leg first. I don't know why anybody would do that more than once.
Yeah.
It's brutal. And she's showing us all the wrong ways to do waxing and what that feels like.
Yeah.
Awful.
It's educational too, right?
It's educational. And then we did the tattoo to see which was worse, so I could actually give some frame of reference. And
which one was worse?
Honestly, it's about the same. It's about the same. Me and pain are not friends.
Okay.
So I think it's honestly the same. The only real difference is tattooing, it takes longer. Right? Where waxing is just kind of rip and oh god, it's done. Where tattooing, you gotta feel that, but you gotta sit there for 20 hours.
Yeah.
While they're doing it. But also while we were doing it, we also got to test out different topical anesthetics to see if they made a difference or didn't. By the way, Vaseline is awesome. That's the one you want to go with. All right.
But no.
So yeah, big long story with that, but that is probably my favorite tattoo that has evolved with me throughout my life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm glad the terrible mistake has been all covered up.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful now. It's beautiful. I'd show you, but that's probably inappropriate.
Yeah, it's a little much. All right. Next question is, as we are in Stoney Creek, I'm getting to learn a lot about the city here and the people here.
Yeah.
Tell me something that you love about the city of Stoney Creek or the area of Stoney Creek. Stoney Creek, Hamilton.
I think that I'm lucky that I was an outsider. I wasn't born and raised here because, you get used to a place when you live here your whole entire life and you tend to take things for granted.
Yeah.
So I'm aware that Hamilton tends to get a bit of a bad rap because of, the steel companies and all that stuff.
A little bit, yeah.
But being someone who hasn't lived here and grown up here, when I opened up a shop in Stoney Creek, I gotta say it's beautiful. Like, it really has a bad rap. Stoney Creek has everything, right? I mean, you've got everything from mountains to beaches. You've got, a vibrant art scene in the city. There's lots and lots of really cool, unique shops, and like Cass Village is here, and you're a hop, skip, and jump to the Winona peach festival,
Yes.
you know, and
Yes.
you got country markets, and like there's so much going on, right? Like so many great trails, and like there's just so much great stuff here. You know, it's close to the border, it's close to Niagara, it's close to Toronto. Stony Creek is fabulous. Yeah, you know, don't listen to the bad reviews. Stony Creek is great.
You got it.
It really is great.
Now, next question is, you know, a lot of small businesses have been affected, you know, by COVID. Tell me why you think it's really important to shop local.
Oh, there's so many reasons, and COVID is the least of them, to be honest. Like, certainly COVID is hurting everyone right now, especially small businesses, mainly because they don't fit the paradigm that is considered, you know, classical business models, right?
Yeah.
Often it is like a mom and pop bicycle repair shop where they're living paycheck to paycheck like everyone else, trying to make ends meet by doing something themselves. And in terms of COVID, sometimes they're forced to shut down for the good of the community, and because of how their business is set up, they don't qualify for funding. That, like, because they can't show traditional T4 wages to employees and things like that, right? Not that they're doing anything wrong, but their business doesn't fit the same model as Walmart.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so it's unfortunate.
Big box stores, right?
But yet, something like 70 to 80% of the businesses in Ontario are small to medium-sized businesses, right? So that is a huge amount of businesses, and I know myself. I've seen the direct result and the good that we can do running a small business. Like, I started in 2008 with just myself.
Yep.
And we've grown over the years to 4 locations. There are 30 artists that work within the Neon Crab. We're poised to open up shop number 5, which is very exciting.
Nice.
And the thing that I'm most proud of is not how big the Neon Crab is or what our, you know, gross revenue is. It doesn't matter. The thing that's most important to me is that there are 30 other people that now can afford their lives because of what we created. And that's what small business is doing, right? So it's really important. So these are people in our community that now can afford to, you know, send their kids to school, you know, and shop in the local restaurants and, you know, keep our community going, right? So, and those people, small businesses, tend to be a little bit more hyper aware and connected to the local community. Not to say that, you know, big organizations like 3M and Walmart are ignorant of those things. They're aware, of course, but with small businesses, they tend to live in those communities, right? The kids go to the schools in that community. They're going to the churches in those communities. They're supporting the local charities in those communities, right? So they all work together. It's one ecosystem, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of live by that philosophy as well, right? Every community that I have a business in, I feel I have a responsibility to be part of the community rather than just exploit it. And I'm sure a lot of small businesses feel the same way. So it really is essential, right? They help everybody. So,
awesome.
You know?
Yeah. No, I like that you guys want to be part of the community and help grow the community that you serve.
Yeah.
You know, I feel the same way about real estate. You know, I do serve a wide community, and I want to definitely, you know, help support the community and obviously learn about what you guys do too.
Well, I mean.
All right. So next question. Please tell me about the wildest or most interesting tattoo that you've ever seen.
There are so many that I have done, and to be honest, I really like the crazy ideas, the crazy designs. Like if somebody says they want, you know, a light bulb on fire, fantastic. That is what I want to do. You know, or somebody wants to get Optimus Prime tattooed on them. Yes, please. Oh. I love doing those tattoos. I mean, I'll do anything, of course, right? I'm a very broad-ranged artist, but anything like this kind of thing, you know, crazy, new school, bright colors, anything off the wall, you know, you want a jar of Kraft peanut butter tattooed on your leg. Amazing. Yes, I have done these tattoos. I had a guy come in one time who wanted, you know, like this really beefed up zebra surfing on a slice of pizza.
Yes.
Apparently that reminded him of his college days, and that's fantastic. That's what I want to do. So whatever, yeah. So that kind of stuff, you know, the crazier, the better. I love it all. I love it all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, talking about some crazy tattoos, I hear that you guys do have what do you call it? Bubblegum tattoos.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
They're not tattoos of bubblegum. So we actually have a gumball machine in each of our shops, where we charge a shop minimum rate. So it's $90.
Yep.
And for $90, we will give people a token. They can turn the knob, and whatever comes out in that little plastic egg, there's a little design in each and every one of them. That's your tattoo. So, could be a dead bird, might be an avocado, who knows? But they're all fun. And if you are brave enough and want to have a really fun story to tell your grandkids, we offer that to the bravest of souls that come in our door. And it is surprising how many people take advantage of that. You know,
Wow.
so, and it's fun for us too, because, you know, like, we do all the designs, but we never know which one's coming out. So there's always one of the artists like, ooh, I hope it was my design. Oh yes, it's the melted pizza. You know, yeah, you know, it's fantastic.
Well, yeah, certainly I'm not brave enough for a bubblegum tattoo. But if you're brave enough, I'm going to offer a little promotion in one of my posts coming up very shortly. So we will be giving some free bubblegum tattoos out for you. And that's the end of our questions today.
Okay.
So we're here with Will from the Neon Crab, Stoney Sherman from Barrington Real Estate. Here in Stoney Creek, we've learned a lot about the Neon Crab, about the tattoo industry. Thank you very much for answering all our questions.
For sure.
And bye for now, everyone. Thanks for listening.